Alright, so who remembers what we were last doing? Because I don't know.
Well, you see, we saw it in the future, and then there were these guys that were going to bust into our place and wreck us. So we turned the tide and wrecked them, and then these zombies showed up, which we thought were them, but actually it turned out they were working alongside of us and helping, which was actually kind of really weird because they touched me and then brushed past and smelled. And then we like punched one dude because I used a heroic effort and he parried, but then I elbowed him in the face, instantly knocking him out.
I do not feel guilty for anything I did.
And then we proceeded to guilt trip the married couple until they were brainwashed. And then we saved the day. If I saved the day, I mean they left without killing us.
I believe I minionized 2 of you.
You what?
Minionized, reduced to 1 hit point.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I believe I did go down to 1 hit point at one time.
Wasn't it Azazel?
Technically, Wit minionized you.
Yes.
Hitting you with this friendly attack.
I would have went down if I didn't use a certain feat.
You had to burn a power to take half damage from 5 damage.
I should have used it somewhere else. But I forgot I had it till that one point.
And didn't I also crit twice during that
I
battle?
believe you did.
And everyone was deafened.
The first line of action is the unconscious shadow guy still there.
Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
We agreed to patch him up.
now
As a sign of goodwill to return him.
you're the smart one. How do we stop someone that can go to shadows?
Make him think he's in a cage that he can't break out of, maybe? Like a phantom cage, if you will?
Is it possible that the ability is triggered through hand motions or something?
Not that you saw in the fight.
The point is that we need to keep him still long enough for us to brainwash him, or just because we're supposed to show him to the other guys as a sign of good faith.
Can I do the phantom cage on him for no damage, or...?
Yeah, I'll let you use that and an Arcana check.
Okay.
And say you're basically like inscribing it as like the sort of ritual spell,
Mm-hmm.
rather than the way it's normally used.
Yeah. So an Arcana check?
Yeah.
Alright. 35.
35, yeah. That's a very sturdy phantom cage. Alright, you guys gonna wake him up?
Yeah, sure.
Would you guys like to take a short rest first?
Yes.
Patches, are you doing okay?
You stuck me right in the gizzard. Oh, that filthy pussy thing. Little bitch couldn't even fight me like a man. What kind of wuss goes for the gizzard shot? You hear me, asshole? You're a wuss.
I'm gonna try to patch him up. He's like, salt the wound, put some bandages on, that sort of thing.
I love how we're patching up the parrot before the prisoner. Can
Well,
you
the parrot
heal him
helps.
somehow? No, I'll do it. I got healed.
Botch.
Let's 29.
Oh yeah, you can patch Parrot up.
19.
You can get him more or less in correct order.
I bandaged up the places where I punched him.
He wasn't dying because you knocked him unconscious, but yeah. You get him in your little phantom cage and he starts coming around. The first thing he does is try to grab one of you and then stop abruptly as he hits something invisible, or at least thinks he does. It sort of looks like one of the mimes, a mime trapped in a box. It's like rattling bars that you can't see.
Yeah.
Is he glassy-eyed?
Yep.
The power of the clue stick compels you!
I'm assuming you took his weapons away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, just all the weapons we could find.
Cuts open his arm. And
I am not searching him.
I'm going to cast suggestion on him to make it...
There you are.
Sorry, late.
We're just in the middle of interrogating our prisoner.
I thought we were supposed to be nice to him until they came back the next day.
That doesn't mean you can't ask him questions.
Interrogating
does not mean torturing.
So anyways, I'm going to hit him with my clue stick and say the power of the clue stick compels you.
Two very separate schools.
So anyway, I'm gonna get like the rubber hose and just start going to town on his face.
No, we gotta waterboard him first.
Beat him through like a phone book.
Seriously though, I am hitting him with the stick saying the power of the clue stick compels you. Stop being glassy-eyed.
Where's that guidebook on torture?
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't seem to be helping.
Well, I'm going to use that as that sort of I cast suggestion.
Yeah.
So Arcana,
Sure.
as diplomacy, I crit fail.
What is it actually modified to? Because there's no crit failing skill checks.
20.
20? That's actually not bad. Captive Giant Arcana bonus.
Yeah, sheesh.
Yeah, that's fine. His eyes start to clear a little bit, but it looks like he's sort of still more interested in trying to murder you.
Mm-hmm.
He's started sort of checking around. Like you can see, he's like almost like someone sort of rattling the inside of a cage, trying to figure out how to get out. None of you can see this cage because it exists only in his own head,
Mm-hmm.
but he's evidently trying to find a weak point in it.
He's like mining a box then.
Well, Waldo stuck him in a phantom cage. He does look a bit like a mime.
Oh.
He starts trying to pick an imaginary lock.
He probably does at one point.
He leaves the lockpick
Everybody's
in there,
hurt.
goes away, and
There's a
falls
guy
down.
mining in a box. There's blood everywhere.
You,
Bits of zombies everywhere.
There's a very irate parrot.
There's a very irate parrot.
there's also a still standing zombie lying around.
Oh yeah, magic missile.
But now we'll never know why they were helping us.
You magic missile him,
You
he
fool!
like pivots off the balcony and falls in the water.
Sploosh. Brains.
What? It's a zombie. It's not like it still has a soul or anything.
Yeah, but it helped us.
It might have continued helping you.
And we don't know why it helped us.
Exactly.
We could have found out.
Well, to be fair, zombies aren't terribly susceptible to interrogation.
No.
Well, maybe there was some magic residue thing. You're the wizard. You know how this works.
There was
As the wizard who knows how this works, I say there was no such thing. Prove me wrong.
I will. Somehow.
roll Arcana.
Alright, I roll Arcana based on the zombie residue.
No, he fell off a balcony. You don't get to take that back.
What about the other dead zombies?
Those ones you can check, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, 23 Arcana.
Yeah, either of you can roll perception, or any of you can actually.
18.
Oh,
Crit.
plus something.
Well,
33.
Laura didn't notice. You can tell that they were raised at least a few hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
The spell that was used to raise them is basically short-lived. They probably would have fallen apart on their own accord in like a few hours.
Yeah.
Other than that, you can't tell a whole lot. Whoever enchanted them was pretty good at it, though.
So it might have been, say, dragon lich guy who might be currently residing inside.
But the Draco is just dead.
Yeah,
Dead. How could he bring up the dead? He can't do that. He's dead.
He's a
he was
lich.
He was dead when he was a lich too.
Oh yeah.
There was a point when he was a living dragon. A really long time ago.
Very long.
What color was he?
You don't know.
But we were watching Azazel. He didn't do anything weird.
Aside from fall over.
Yeah.
Being drugged.
Can I kind of surmise how long ago this incantation was cast?
Yeah, he figured out. So a couple hours ago.
Oh, okay.
What you notice from your perception, however, is that these zombies are wearing sort of tattered clothing that looks reminiscent of the kind of clothing sailors wear. You can tell their the little sort of tattery boots they're wearing, are a bit wet, like they were recently in the water.
These aren't our skeleton crew, are they?
No, they're zombies. They're
Too much meat on
flesh.
them bones.
Yeah.
You also notice that they do have stuck in their clothing here and there are like bits of kelp or sort of sea moss. So apparently these things came out of the water.
Peculiar.
Okay, we need to deal with the person trying to escape right now.
Yes.
But he's still like, he seems mind controlled, right?
He does. You sort of started pulling him out of it a bit, but there's definitely still influence there.
Any sort of clue into who he is before he was mind controlled?
Well, he's one of the Gravelstroke.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We were told his name when the two left.
Yeah.
Vinny. Yo, Vinny! Snap out of it, bro!
Roll diplomacy. Roll high.
He did.
Oh my god! 25!
You did a good impression of his cousin. Somehow. It was a catchphrase in their family. It was
By sheerest happenstance, your voice happens to sound similar to Marcus's.
in that accent, yeah.
When you do that accent.
And my streak of diplomacy winnings continue.
His eyes sort of clear a bit more and he's looking and he goes, Marcus? Marcus? He's like looking around, like trying to figure out where that voice came from because he doesn't think it was you. Marcus, you gotta get him out of there.
Ooh, I transformed into Alice.
Don't worry. We work with him. Don't worry. Things happened. And you went crazy. Your eyes were all weird.
They're still a little weird.
But like now they are kind of weird.
I'm gonna find a mirror, see if they
Weird
can-
how?
You don't see it?
You want to find a mirror?
Yeah.
Sure. Handing it to him?
Yeah.
He'll take it, he'll look at it and go, the hell? Sort of stretches out one of his eyes. It almost looks like he has a cataract of some kind. You are obviously aware that that's not what that is.
Yes.
So we just tell he's being controlled.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You're being mind controlled right now. Stop it.
It's very rude.
It's very rude. They didn't give
Well,
it to us.
you know, I would if I could.
And you know what? If the person controlling you is listening to this right now, fuck you, buddy. We don't find you.
I'm going to take a short rest before I hit him again.
No. You could just roll Arcana to try and dispel it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's 28.
9 on the die.
Alright. His eyes go clear again. You and only you can roll your perception check.
Crit. Plus 13.
Just as soon as his eyes clear, for a split second, you see something move behind them and so sort of slip back.
Gouge his eyes out! There's something behind it.
Well, did it look like a spider?
Not a spider, no.
Oh.
Did look like some kind of creepy crawly thing, though.
Ah.
Have you been playing with love?
No, not recently.
Yeah.
Can I shapeshift into Alice's form and look him in the eye, hold him by his shoulders, slap him a little bit, and then like shake him a little bit?
Sure.
But I don't say anything.
Sure. What are you attempting to accomplish?
I'm trying to snap him out of it.
Oh, he's sort of cleared out of it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Just-
good.
There's something there.
Yep. No, let's see.
I don't know how to get
Which
rid of
ones of you were present when you woke Marcus up? I know you were. When it was. I think you two were. You were not. Marcus Gravelstroke, when you snapped him out of it, he remembered a bit about when he was abducted, and he remembered being tied to a table and then dropping some sort of weird spiky worm creature in his eye.
Does any of us know how to get rid of it?
Surgically?
Can we cut him open and find out?
Vinny, do you remember what happened?
He sort of seems like a bit weaker, sort of confused now. Like he doesn't really remember a whole lot about what happened recently. But he will tell you that the last thing he remembers was he was in Dawnport looking for his dad, and they had followed him to some sort of house. And when they went in there, that was the last thing he remembered.
Whose house?
He's not sure. It was an abandoned house somewhere on port.
Didn't we just fight his dad?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, we should tell him we found him.
Yeah.
We found your dad. He'll be coming tomorrow.
Yeah, you were fighting alongside him.
You're not sure if he'll be coming tomorrow.
You all
They're
had...
going to be here to collect
His
him.
mom will be coming here tomorrow.
Well,
Of course, it's his mom.
what was the mom's name?
That was Tally.
Okay. We found your dad and your mom. You were fighting alongside her, both of them. You all had the weird eye thing.
Except his dad.
Except his dad. They left in a hurry, but we are going to bring you back to them at the appointed meeting we have agreed upon before they left. Please stick with us until then. You and us and everyone in this city is in danger.
From
Whoever put the worm into your eye.
Yes.
worm in my eye. What?
Yes.
What's this about a worm in my eye?
I think that's bad. I had a million spiders in me a few days back.
It was actually earlier today.
Oh, yeah.
It was just earlier today.
Don't worry,
It was
performed
like
an
4
aversion.
I was
hours
hazy
ago.
on the details of my abortion.
It was like 4 hours ago.
Stop calling it that.
A
That's what it
cesarean.
was.
You know he never will.
I got a million abortions. And I got 2 gods to help me do it. Anyway, yes, there's something weird going on. There are these things, and they're controlling people, and we're trying to stop that. But you have to stay here. Now, we might let you out of this cage.
So I'm a prisoner then?
We don't want
Temporarily.
to treat you as a prisoner, but
He actually doesn't seem that phased by you saying he's a prisoner. He's an assassin. He's probably been taken prisoner more than once.
Temporarily, you're sort of like a hostage, or
You'll find your stay here very comfortable.
Being a hostage is a decent position to be in because usually it means they're not going to kill you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Much better than being an enemy combatant.
is the kitchen downstairs still going?
There's a kitchen upstairs.
Upstairs still going?
Not really, but you could probably talk.
One of
about
them
whether
comes
you get some
down.
food.
What's all that racket?
Yeah, management already come talk to me.
Yeah. She's been fending off questions upstairs.
Yeah.
Your face.
They were too intimidated to come upstairs to you guys.
Especially when all the zombies came by.
They just thought they were drunkards.
Man, those are some seriously emaciated sailors.
Hey man, sea life is rough.
Man, that is a bad case of scurvy right there.
All the limbs are falling off.
All their teeth are gone.
The complexion is awful. No
Sorry, what you'd like to be doing?
Well, I was going to see if I can get him something to eat or some water or something.
Probably, yeah.
If not, we have our own trail rations and stuff.
Here.
Yeah, but nothing.
Have some granola.
Yeah,
I'll bite half of it first to prove it's not poison. I've done that before. People seem to trust me when I eat the food first. Now I want to make a character immune to poison so I can do that and actually poison people.
Well. Yeah.
Druid's immune to poison.
At high level they are.
Oh. Isn't there like a low level spell?
You don't want to be a low level druid trying to. There are lower level spells that lets you remove the effects of poison.
Ah.
There's also stuff you can take that just gives you a huge bonus to saves against it.
Well, Raymond was drank a couple of pretty weird stuff over there.
Yeah, he's a dwarf.
Spend
He has an innate saving throw bonus versus poison.
I'm sure eventually he's going to sprout poison ivy, so.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna trust the guy who's part plant to...
Here, have this like plant potion. It's awesome.
Here, I'll drink a bit.
Hey, you like beer, right?
You like beer, right? Here, I'll challenge you to a drinking contest. No, we want him to remain conscious, thank you.
So yeah, I'll go upstairs, see if I can wrestle them to make like a sandwich, hot sandwich or something.
Yeah, I can make something. Like a beekeeper.
Charges you double.
Damn punks.
He might. No, he's not going to charge you double.
With your parties and your
party.
scurvy friends.
With your parties of adventurers. And your friends with scurvy.
Always ruining our stools and chairs and tables. There better not be blood down there.
Yeah, pretty much. There's like hook marks on the window.
I think
There's not.
I believe all you ruined is a bed, which probably has some bloodstains on it.
He just so happens to have one or two scrolls of repair.
I may
Because
have
he
blood down the
assassins.
room.
Now hold on.
I thought you specified the furniture is not an enemy.
Yes, I specifically specified.
I make
that
no
you did that.
guarantees.
Furniture.
The room is just a blackened crater. Oh.
It might be slightly singed everywhere.
Last time I read to wizards, always burning down their rooms. Right. Is there anything else you want to ask them about?
Do you know who you were working with, or did you have any recent dealings, or any specific enemies?
Specific enemies. Let's see.
It's gonna take a while.
You're gonna
Big
need to
time
pare, You're gonna
enemies.
need to pare that
Who
down.
might want to destroy you, your whole family,
They have a
Johnport, the
thing
world,
with,
maybe
The
a
people
god
who
or
want
two.
your dad's dagger. You know, on the mantelpiece, that was the dagger that was missing?
Yeah, your daddy had his dagger.
You remember the dagger on your dad's mantel?
Yeah, there was some pirate guy. He did a job before I gave him that. He always seemed proud of it. I thought it looked like a piece of shit. But
Does anybody, can you think of anybody else who would find that piece of shit valuable? That who would want?
there was a guy who wanted to buy it, but Dad turned him down.
Name, now.
I don't remember. Some dumbass.
Was he? No.
It was months
Very
ago.
Conspicuous, they wouldn't. Unless he was a bit stupid, maybe.
How much was he offering?
Couple $100 gold.
That's not very many.
That's
Well,
actually a
for
fair amount
Dagger.
for what is a tribal dagger. Like
It's just a princess. That's
literally like a piece of rock sharpened and tied to a stake.
Okay. Was he wearing a red cloak?
I don't know. I never saw him.
Oh.
It was just Dad met with him and told me about it.
Yeah, that person is probably with the Red Cloaks. Who's behind all this? And this might be connected with Lolth somehow. And things greater and more terrifying than her.
Well, with that comforting thought, I'm gonna try and get some sleep.
still in his cage.
We'll slide a mattress into your regular, normal cage.
Illusory just breaks. Flees immediately.
Hold on. Sandwich is ready.
Sandwich in here.
He's like halfway at the window. Sandwich. Ooh.
Gets him back in the cage.
You suddenly find the sandwich missing.
And turns into a shadow. A hand appears out of nowhere, grabs the sandwich, phases into shadow, and he disappears. No, he enjoys his sandwich. He looks through it for razor blades first.
Yeah, standard. No.
Hand it to me, I'll take a bite.
He looks through it for razor blades and forces one of you to take a bite first.
So I happily take a bit too much of a bite.
He's just like half the sandwich is gone.
And I sit there chewing with my mouth open right in front of his face. Just in complete irritation.
Just to be gross about it.
Ow, oh, bone, ouch.
Ow, oh jeez, razor blade. I hadn't made an extra raisin minutes.
Man, I could have choked on that.
Anyway, you guys gonna bed down for the night?
Can you maintain that spell?
Yeah.
Okay, we
You got
will.
like a 35.
Alright,
It'll probably be going for like a week.
we rest up.
We should probably keep watch in case anyone comes after him.
Well, we have a problem. We have to watch,
Azazel.
yeah.
Well, just put him next
Problem
to him.
one,
Watch
both problem two.
Can I have Gougy come up and just do this to the two of them? Just like headlocks.
If you want to, yeah.
Just
Restful headlocks?
just Azazel. I mean, he's already in his cage.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Just Azazel.
I
So
think
you
we have
did this
to-
to your own comrades? Yes.
Yes,
we do.
if you knew him, yes.
And I'll just go into a trance right in front of him.
Alright, which rooms are each of you staying in? There's 4 rooms.
Well, can I move the cage or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically, it's a spell on him.
Yeah.
So if he moves around, it moves with him.
But it's not really a cage now,
Or, more, at
is it?
least, or specifically if you move
Cages
him
can
around.
move.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
The reality is it just stays centered on him, but when you're pushing around, he thinks you're moving it magically.
You have to like mine it magically.
Just literally ghost sound to make a noise of a scraping cage on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I'll just
Oh boy, this is heavy. Wit, come help me. You're like, you fucking
I am not making a perform check on this bullshit. I'll take the second room down.
I'll take the room between the two fighters.
I'll go into my room and just flip the mattress over.
So Rangram's there. The second room down is Rangram's room.
Hmm.
Do you want
Well, fine, I'll take the first room.
Okay.
Apparently I already had a room where I had my meeting.
Yeah, yours was over here.
Okay, so I take Gougy and Azazel back with me.
Okay. So you got Gina Diesel in your room.
Alright, I guess I take the last room.
By himself. Nothing could possibly happen to a squishy wizard over there.
Absolutely.
Nothing at all.
Absolutely.
And where are you?
Where's Miss Vinny? Yeah.
And where are you keeping Vinny?
With the squishy wizard.
Keep him with me. I mean,
He was lonely.
Want to keep him with me?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Rangram's parrot can keep watch. Prisoner escaping? Quack!
No, he'd make matters worse.
Is he healthy again?
He took, what was he, did he like spend like his daily or something on with parrot or something?
No, he just stabbed it.
Like,
He
just
made a
did his first
basic.
move on
He
it
made a basic attack against a parrot.
It's a parrot.
and rolled high.
Yes, he did.
Poor parrot.
Anyway, Waldo, you can roll me a perception check.
Spiders everywhere.
23.
Alright, that's exactly what you need. You can hear footsteps and a faint sound of conversation coming from her room.
Alright, I open up and take a look.
You wandering over? Are you just barging in, or are you gonna knock?
Hello!
I'm gonna knock.
You gonna knock on the door?
Oh,
You were
who was I
asleep.
talking to?
Mm,
I was sleeping. Right?
yeah, you were asleep.
I am extremely annoyed when I open the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What's going on in there?
Sleep is not what's going on in there.
Maybe you should roll a perception check. I say in character.
No, the talking ceased as soon as I got up. I get up very noisily, I think, and not stealthily at all. Just gonna roll out of bed, open the
It was a very short section of conversation you heard. It was like a few words, and then it sort of stopped very quickly. Especially when you wandered over.
Someone is casting an incantation or something. And that someone was not me. Morgan. Morgan is extremely annoyed, but she is.
Azazel appears to be asleep. Gougy's holding him.
And that's what's
Having
funny
one
because he's not supposed to be sleeping. We walk over to Azazel. So I guess you're gonna let me know that you heard conversation.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm like, okay, that's not a good thing. That was not me. If it was not a female voice, I don't talk in my sleep as far as I know. We'll go find out.
Did I hear one of those voices be female?
No.
That would actually be a good way to screw the rest of the party is make a character who does speak in their sleep.
I have no idea what that is.
No.
Oh.
You never question notes passed by the DM.
You can question them all you want. Not allowed to read them unless I hand them to you.
Well, exactly. You're never going to be told what's on it, so never make a deal about it. But just get this feeling of dread in your heart, knowing that one day,
One day.
boom,
Boom!
right in
One
your
day.
face.
One day I'll be a dick, hand
So-
one to you that just says, this note is unimportant, but now everyone thinks you're up to something.
Pow, right in the kisses.
And I will read it aloud.
You can read them aloud, but you can't show them to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So no one is necessarily going to believe that's what it says.
So you know what? If I get a note, that's probably exactly what I'd say.
Yeah. If I was secretly evil, that's exactly what I'd do.
So I will ask Waldo to please go back to his room so I can get some sleep. But if you do hear more conversation, just keep listening before coming in. So, because if it is no off, you want to catch as much of it as possible. And by barging in, you would have stopped that.
Mm-hmm. All right.
But that's mostly just so we can get back to your room so I can get back to sleep.
Is there any spells I can cast to bug the room, particularly where Azazel is?
I see you rummaging in your pocket for like rituals for doing this, and I'm like,
Various
get back in your room.
You mind if I just inscribe a few things in your wall? Maybe trace a circle and some powder on the floor.
Yeah.
You and I both
really
know
do
what
my
magic
We should
is.
have such a really sketchy looking ornament that would go nicely in your room.
I think this large ear-shaped ornament would look great right here.
Hey, hold on.
He goes back to his room and starts hearing the sound of a little hand drill in the wall.
Squeaking. See, like, it poke out of the wall. Just an eye.
I remember seeing a cantrip where you get to cause a mouth to appear on, on like a surface.
Oh, that, yeah.
Like,
That's kind of
can't you
creepy.
just change it to like something else, like an ear, just protruding from the wall?
No,
That's kinda creepy.
that's basically the equivalent of an answering machine message. You leave it somewhere and it just talks to people who wander by and says a specific thing.
Oh yeah. And hey, look over there! I magic missile the wall right where Azazel is sleeping.
Azazel wakes up and swears at you.
What the hell, man?
What the hell? You gotta say what's wrong with
you?
I will murder you.
What? That wall just spontaneously combusted.
I should have all innkeepers start demanding a damage deposit on it.
Yes.
Stay in their place.
Adventuring parties.
There's 100 gold damage deposit.
That's why inns are so
You
expensive.
get it back if you're not attacked in the night.
Pretty much, yeah.
And start have armed security that are better than like castle guards,
Guess guards will have to
like
deal with
retired
shit.
adventurers and like magical relic armor they found over their adventures, and they're just sitting there at the bar waiting because one day some ninja's gonna bust through to kill some patron.
The one I always liked was the idea that the reason that inns should never be attacked is because they're always full of adventurers. So there's like a point where a team of of ninjas comes in trying to kill the party, and everyone else at every table, who are all like wearing magic armor, stands up and beats the shit out of them because all of them assume the ninjas are there for them.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Just like, on God, just gets hit with 9 lightning bolts at once.
It is the safest place in the city.
Now, since I started out sleeping, does this mean I get to have a full rest?
Yeah,
Yes.
you all get an extended rest.
Oh, okay.
Are you done with the room? Can we move on?
Do you have any spells that are like alarm or spying spells or anything like that?
Not really. No, a lot of it's just combat stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you're a ritual caster as well. Prestidigitation will not work.
I do tell you, feel free to press your ear up against the wall on your side. Here's a cup. I slam the door in your face and I go back to bed.
Use the cup.
Please use the cup. Just like a normal person.
Am I able to drill a hole in the wall?
Not quietly.
Just use the cup.
I even gave you a cup.
All right.
Are you gonna not sleep in favor of doing this?
Yeah, you're just gonna make a roll for it. Actually, it'd be hilarious if your character's so perturbed by this that he doesn't
It's
sleep,
up to you if you want to stay awake doing that.
Just means sacrificing a rest.
and you don't get your dailies back.
And I used all of them in the last fight.
And this will be the thing that brings down the whole party. You're passing your stupid door.
Look, I'll just keep the cup right next to me, and if I hear any noises while I'm in my trance, then
You'll go pick your cup.
I mean, you picked it up before while you were in the middle of trancing.
yeah, sure.
Exactly, yeah. I'm sure you'll be okay.
You go back to sleep. You hear a 3-piece marching band? No. Alright, so you guys wake up the next morning. Sun nicely coming up over the water, looking all happy and friendly and peaceful, shining on the numerous bloodstains still in ring. That bed you were on is pretty ruinous.
Did it, oh,
hey,
we
I
didn't
flipped the
get a new
mattress
one?
over.
Yeah.
One day,
I believe you did
character who
specify
can
you were doing
clean
that.
up a mess like that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pay for it.
Uh,
Yeah, that sucks.
Oh, Vinny's still there. Parrot's still alive.
Barrett's still alive, yeah.
But Vinny's still there.
He's sitting there, he's got his bandages around his torso, one wing like, sort of tied up.
Aww. He's gonna eat mini crackers today.
He has an eye patch, you don't recall his eye being injured.
Aww. Well, he just call it patches.
He stole my eye
I've
patch.
just imagined a parrot in a neck brace.
So I wake up. I
Is Vinny still there?
leave the Diesel in his room, or in the room with Koji.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over to see if Vinny's still there.
Yeah, Vinny's still there.
Okay. So I knock on the door.
Thank you, Vinny, for not running away.
Your mom will be here shortly
To pick you up.
from your play date.
From your play date.
We'll make sure to tell her you were a good boy.
I don't know. It looks like he beat you guys up pretty good.
Excuse me.
I'm immunized too. I think that fight went very well. Anyway, you guys just gonna wait around for your meeting?
We're gonna like go
Yeah,
upstairs
we
to the meeting place, right?
Mhm.
Get something to eat.
we take up to the we all go up to the kitchen, right, and get breakfast.
Although we did have places we wanted to explore and check out, this is more pressing business.
She'll be back tonight at some point. And meanwhile, what are we gonna do with him?
No, in the morning.
Well, yeah, it's in the morning right now, so
Yeah.
we have all day.
No,
No,
morning.
your meeting is in the morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I said specify morning, so that way we wouldn't have to wait.
Oh,
We have a big breakfast.
we have a good breakfast.
Not a hearty breakfast.
I said big, not good.
To give
That would be expensive.
I'm sorry, I'm having the good breakfast.
It's entirely oatmeals and pancakes.
It's just
Cool.
barrels of oatmeal.
So Rangram like picks
You all get pancakes. You get pancakes that have like the Mickey Mouse ears on them.
Aww.
I give Vinny the menu, and it's like, as long as it's not ludicrously expensive, you can have anything on this menu. So if it's ludicrously expensive, ask me, and I'll see if it counts as ludicrously expensive.
Lobster stuffed with tacos. No.
Inside of another lobster.
Well, their day-old lobster's pretty cheap.
Yeah, lobster stuck with tacos. It's just a copper piece each.
Actually, lobster's pretty cheap here because it is right on the ocean.
Yeah.
That is a good point.
It's like
I like-
getting lobsters in Maine.
I like to
They're
think
not
it's
that
just a taco
expensive.
shell with a lobster in it.
It's just a lobster's head poking out the end.
People here have very strong teeth.
It's the high were rat population. No.
Oh, goodness.
Vinny just wants basically toast and something to drink.
Something that keeps him alert and not needing to go to the bathroom lots. Classic assassins.
You're sitting around enjoying your meal when some sort of somewhat scruffy looking kid wanders in. He's got like a bandana on, he's got basically a knife on his belt. Looks pretty kind of not tattered clothing, but definitely low rent. And he's sort of looking around, and he spots you, Captain Made of a Tree, and wanders over to you and taps you on the shoulder.
Can I help you?
Hey, the grumpy lady said she wants to meet you at the plaza outside.
Grumpy lady.
I think that's the grumpy lady we met last night. You know, that lady.
Is she with a dude? Is she with like an older man?
No, there were a couple of guys with her, but they were pretty young.
No, it's all right. Sorry. Thanks.
The
should
tumbling
take-
badger staff is like, please leave.
No, I don't
He's
say
like,
it.
as soon as he delivers that, he's actually already starting to walk away.
All right.
Oh, good.
Evidently, she paid it.
Just finish up the meal.
Yeah, we keep him waiting for everything.
Fashionably waits.
We have food here. It's not gonna go to waste.
No, I'm finishing it up quickly so that we
Fridges
can't
don't
get
exist
out of
yet.
here.
Yes, they do. You've run into 2 fridges. In
Oh
this
yeah,
Yeah.
full of human meat.
Yeah.
Only one of them was.
How did you guys
human
figure it
beings.
was human meat?
Nature check. I believe
Oh.
someone crit.
See, when you cut enough people open with an axe, you start to put 2 and 2 together when you
I
see.
don't remember who figured out what it was.
It was one of us.
I remember as soon as you opened it, you immediately assumed that.
For good reason.
Yeah.
It might have been me. I have a high perception check.
That was a nature check.
Oh, okay. So it might have been Rangram.
Might have been a heal check that made it.
I think I made it a nature check, but yeah.
Anyway.
Might be the frozen baggies of human's hand. That's a
Let's
delicacy.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go meet the grumpy lady.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll head outside, find a wagon, put a Vinny on the wagon.
I keep my my staff pressed up against Vinny's head.
He doesn't seem like has any interest in running away.
So far, we haven't actually did anything harmful to him, so just seemed trustworthy enough.
Thus far, you stuck him in an illusory cage and then gave him breakfast.
Yeah.
Probably the best treatment he's gotten in a long time.
In the last couple of months, certainly.
We should have bought him a prostitute too. Then he'd always be on our side.
I
Well, we have the money.
have all this gold that's burning a hole in my pocket. I need more.
Spend it on booze and gambling and hookers.
I'll get my own adventuring party with blackjack and hookers.
You know what? Screw the adventuring party.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So we walk
That's why
over
it's called a party.
So we walk over to the plaza, Vinny on a wagon, not even tied up.
Are we still dragging his cage around, or are we just leaving?
Are you actually renting your wagon to go across the street?
No.
It's to keep Vinny's illusion cage plausible.
No,
When no one
we're
else
not.
can see it.
We're just gonna get rid of the cage. I just mime unlocking a thing, and
He immediately vanishes. No.
no, I just keep my stick right next to his head.
So you're gonna but mime unlocking a cage while simultaneously holding a stick in his head.
All right, right this way.
Poke, poke, poke. It's like, you don't have to poke me.
Yeah, man, we've been pretty nice to him. You don't need to poke him.
I'm not taking any chances.
You know what, man?
He's
We need to
good
go
at
around
this.
the world and make a list of rules on how to treat prisoners and how to fight in wars and that kind of stuff. Some kind of convention that we all sign. You know what? I think you ought to make the world a better place.
Yes,
So
sure.
we go in and form the.
But where would we sign it?
We make a council in some place, maybe in the middle, so that nobody has to go too far to get there.
I was taking slight issue to stating that Europe is in the middle of the world. Technically, anywhere on Earth is in the middle of Earth. Because it's a ball.
Unless you mean like the core.
Exactly.
Did we manage to catch the guard that I talked to? You know, like changing shifts or something?
Nope. He's like on the other side of town.
Anyway, so
So we're walking across the street.
Yep. There's a plaza across the street. It's just a big open space, sort of in a big intersection of several roads. And there's a fountain in the middle of it. Sitting on the edge of said fountain is Tally Gravelstroke, along with two other people, neither of whom you recognize.
Do they just look like hired muscle?
Yes.
Okay.
They very much look like random
I look
dumbasses
around
you
for
roped into this.
snipers.
30%.
20.
20?
How we check for snipers, guys?
I rolled 20 on the die.
streetwise to see if she's going to mess us up.
33.
17.
17? As far as you can tell, she looks like she's here for a meeting and just taking precautions.
Okay.
You do spot a guy with a bow on a roof. You spot two.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is hidden a lot better. He's actually inside one of the windows and just sort of peering out.
Make eye contact with him and wave.
You actually don't see a weapon. It's just the way he's standing. He's like sort of nonchalantly standing in front of a window, and
Just
it occurs to you
looking
there's
out
no
at the
reason for
people
someone to
day.
stand like
I
that.
wave up to him. Hello.
To the bulk guys.
Volley of arrows. Now,
Warning shot off your bow.
fire a warning shot into his head.
Yeah. I magic missile just above his right shoulder.
Why are you?
Don't incite a gang war,
Yeah,
please.
no, let's not.
Let's save that until we have a few more
Oh,
levels.
come on. It's a magic missile. He knows I'm purposely messing with it.
Does he?
We don't know what his level of magical education is.
Yeah.
If he's a random dumbass that was hired off the street, probably not high.
This is what we do. I'm gonna go, see? Vinny?
Finny? Mom.
Off you go.
We have returned your son.
He
In
seems to be
wonderful condition.
Yeah, I do
You're
mention
just handing him
that
off? He wanders over. Tally looks visibly less, she was looking kind of tense. She looks visibly less so now that she realizes this isn't some kind of hostage exchange.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any weapons drawn, but I do walk up as far as they're not, as you know, until they're start getting too tense. And I'm just like,
As soon as Vinny walks over there, Tally does hand him a knife though,
oh.
which he immediately puts away.
Somewhere. It just vanishes. Like, he just takes it. And
He
just,
takes
how
it,
it's
he
their
takes it,
handshake.
it turns into a shadow and flows up his arm.
yeah, pretty much.
No,
I-
I'm kind of disappointed we didn't meet at that place.
I
would've
asked
bought
to
you some
speak
feet, something
privately
to
with
eat.
the mom.
Mhm. I always prefer to be on neutral ground rather than opponent home turf.
I asked to have a
Um,
private word with her, just off to the side, away from the sun.
Just a couple of pieces.
Do you care if anyone else comes with you from the party or from her group of idiots?
As long as it's not him.
Oh, no. She'll go off just with you.
Okay. He was under the same mind control effect that you were, but we think it's caused by a thing, like a parasite that we saw in him.
She looks noticeably nervous about this statement.
So we don't know if you have it too. We don't know if it can resurface, but we do know who's behind it. A group
I
called
follow
the
up
Red
from
Cloaks.
behind where they're talking and saying, "Yeah, it was in his eye."
Quiet!
Several people in the plaza are like, what? What's this about an eye? Like, there are other people milling around.
Yeah, it is a very public space.
Yeah. That's almost like she wanted you to not murder her in a dark room.
There was somebody you might have been working for, you were given a job, but then they made this happen to you, and then that sent you against us. Also, we think it was either
Are they called
husband or grandpa. He had a knife, and it's gone.
Xander, you mean?
Yeah.
Her husband.
Yeah,
Husband,
he's been babbling all night. I haven't been able to get a straight word out of him.
Okay. There was a knife he had.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah. Somebody really, really wanted it, and we think it's for some kind of ritual. Something really bad. We have to locate that knife.
She will tell you that last night she was trying to get Xander to sort of come to his senses, but wasn't successful. So she eventually just tied him up and stuck him in a closet. And then went off to try and figure out what had happened herself. She went to their family estate, the Quiet House. She didn't find anyone there, but she did find signs that someone had gone through their stuff. She doesn't know. She doesn't know
It wasn't
you
us.
guys, but yeah, she
It
knows.
wasn't us.
She knows someone rifled through their stuff. She also went to their family ship, the Stonecutter. She says that there were a bunch of people aboard, people wearing the sort of red sashes and cloaks.
Yeah.
There was also some guy chained up, but they attacked her when she came nearby, and she had to run away. After that, she went to basically hire some local help in case you guys tried to stab her in the back.
Yeah, call some favors.
Well, she said she didn't really call in favor. She just asked one guy who knows pretty much every colonel in town, a guy named Louis.
Wait, why is that name familiar?
Because he rescued him from a boat.
Jeez. Anyway, look, in Dawnport there's a bunch of these Red Cloaks, and they're up to something bad. But now they're here, and we think there's a bunch of them. And you gotta be careful, because if they know you're no longer controlled, they're probably gonna go after you and your family.
Oh, I think they know. When I went on the boat, they immediately tried to shoot me.
Touche. But if we, I'm not gonna pull any favors and get you to work for us or anything. You don't owe us nothing. But if you hear info, or if you know anything going on about that knife, we would appreciate it if you told us.
I mean, sort of, Xander got it from some pirate he did a job for. Apparently he found it in some barrow place up north, somewhere a bit near Dawnport, actually.
Barrow place?
Yeah, like a burial site.
Okay.
I think we were
I
there.
think we
You
were
were.
there.
You were indeed there.
We were at the various site.
He pretty much just kept it because, like, sort of as a trophy and left it on the mantelpiece. I mean, he had a bunch of things like that he kept lying around. I kept trying to convince him to get rid of them. You know, evidence and all that. And plus, they were cluttering up my mantelpiece. They're a pain in the ass to dust around.
You don't look like a person who dusts.
Oh, I don't. That's what children are for.
Okay.
Why do you think I had kids? So I never had to clean the house
Slave
again.
labor, yes, I agree. Okay, if you hear any word about this knife, or if you see any Red Cloaks up to anything, give us word, and
She wants
we'll
something.
take care of it.
She's basically been racking her brain over the last night, and she's sort of trying to retrace what she last remembers. Her and her family were basically taking something of a bit of a hiatus, aka known as laying low after a job. At their
Vacation.
Family
at their
vacation.
family estate, you know, brushing up on some training, things like that. Her husband had started getting weird, like getting really distant and quiet and sort of sitting in his room writing a lot over it was about 3 months ago, and then about 2 months ago, they woke up and found he just wasn't there. All of his possessions had been left behind, but the only thing he took with him were his weapons, and he was just gone. So she and the rest of the family went out and tried to track him down. With a bit of help and some magic, they figured out he'd gone to Dawnport. They took their ship and went after him. They eventually tracked him down to a sort of an abandoned house in the low-rent part of town. And Marcus went in initially to sort of scope the place out, see if he can figure out what was going on. He didn't come back, however, after about an hour. So at that point, she and Vinny decided to go sneak in there, see if they could find him, and if not, just burn the place down. They left Alice outside because she cannot sneak worth a damn. Her family nickname is Brickfoot. She was basically serving lookout. They went in there. She recalls feeling very strange all of a sudden, and then blacking out, and then being woken up with being surrounded in fire.
That would be last night.
Yeah. So she's got about 2 months unaccounted for.
That would make sense. Would you know about the place you were investigating, or?
She can tell you where it was. She can basically give you an address. And it is the same as the house where you eventually broke in and found all that stuff that the Red Cloaks had been using. It was that little crappy house in the lower quarter. Anything else you'd like to ask her?
I can't think of anything. What would you guys?
Well, you kind of took her aside.
Yeah.
So I guess we just kind of skittle over as you guys are talking, like we're just getting closer and closer and closer and closer until we're just like all in a little circle now.
Various thugs are edging closer and closer and closer to do
Closer,
this.
closer.
They know that move. She asks you if you know what the green chains that bind the world are.
I'm guessing. Wild speculation.
I've heard of them by different words, if they're what I think they are.
She says her husband was basically babbling all through last night, saying something about the return of the great lord and the breaking of the green chains that bind the world, and
Did he mention a
their
tree
lord's rise to ultimate power.
or a hedge?
No.
Nothing plant related.
Nope.
But green and something between worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
What about this lord?
She heard something that sounded like a name, Iloyarda.
Iloyarda. Can I try a knowledge check?
Sure. I can tell you right now, you're not going to be met with success. But
Am I nearby? Can maybe they?
I
can ask
think
me.
we've all kind of edged
I
closer
got a
and
16
closer.
every die.
no, no, it's the name of a far realm entity. You're not going to know it.
Well, we should remember there might be people who know it.
I'll just ask Hedge.
Oh, yeah, the tree.
Yeah. Have you
That's
ever?
that's a great idea. I'm sorry.
Does this sound familiar to you?
The hard one, Lord, Far Realm.
Far realm sounds familiar. Knows what that is.
Is there some dude in there trying to
Come in.
break through?
If it's something trying to break, if Iloyarda is a thing trying to break through, it knows there is something trying to break through. I would guess it's probably that then. That thing that keeps trying to punch into the world.
Well, zoom in on that location. Enhance. Enhance.
Rotate 37 degrees.
Yes.
Zoom.
Magnify.
If I
There.
want to take a peek there, I would have to reconnect.
Hey, Waldo.
We are not doing this again.
But the joke possibilities are just so limitless.
Alright, you guys
look
become
what you
such
will with
bros.
me.
I'm so jealous. Like, the two of you are closer than I could ever get to somebody. I mean, it's like you're so inside each other, you're in a different dimension. It's like you overlap.
It's their own special
Spiritually. In mind, body, and especially body and soul.
Well, I'm staring at you, completely stone-faced.
Hard faced. What are you trying to do?
Just put my hand through.
Yeah, what are you trying to figure out though?
Oh, what am I trying to figure out?
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about.
I don't know.
Like, I'm like, you're gonna get like the same vision you've gotten twice already.
Yeah, it's probably not going to do
It's not a great stretch to figure out that Iloyarda is that thing trying to punch through the world.
Yeah. Can we at least figure out more about what it is exactly?
You know, it's a far realm entity. It's very powerful. It appears to have amassed together several sort of consciousnesses from that world and is basically trying to funnel and punch through into your world.
I like to think he's an amorphous, shapeless, godlike entity with a little crown. It is the only solid,
There is an eyeball on a stalk which has a crown on it.
and that's the only part our brain can actually visualize.
The crown is made of paper. Looks like it came from a Christmas cracker.
It says Burger King.
Burger King. It's like a little paper one.
No, it says home of the Whopper.
Okay, so Loth isn't our problem here. We have something bigger.
We have
Malt is
something
merely
bigger.
our problem.
We have some kind of horn deity crown thing with a stupid name trying to break through the green chains of the world tree and into our reality. Probably ending us all.
Why is Iloyarda a stupid name?
Because I am a mountain man who speaks giant and that is weird on my tongue. It is a tongue twister. No, it's actually a good name.
I asked her about the prisoner on the ship.
Person on the ship. Young man, sort of late 20s, early 30s, looked like he had not been treated well, and he was chained to a wall. Looked like a prisoner.
Boo. That's probably my brother, guys.
Hey, guess what? You guys noticed someone approaching. It is Louis.
Hello!
Who is it?
Louis.
Oh, okay.
Louis Sheep.
The dude we
The
rescued.
dude whose brother you intimidated.
His brother, you tried to convince him he was some sort of horrible changeling monster.
Right.
He is wandering over. He actually wanders over to Azazel. Are any of you standing near Azazel at the moment?
I
Yes.
think maybe. I don't know.
He says that the stonecutter has left harbor without cause and is currently heading out into open water.
Shit.
And that for some reason, that whirlpool that's supposed to stop people from doing that isn't. Azazel looks slightly confused at being told this, and basically Louis just says like, "What? You asked me to tell you if something happened about that." And Azazel's just like, "Yeah,
Thanks, man.
right." That conversation.
Captain, I believe it is time for us to set sail.
Let's take Tally.
Louis will also tell you that he contacted some shipwrights, as Azazel asked him to, who can do repairs on the quiet, so to speak. And your ship has been fixed up.
All right.
We have to go.
I think she should come with us.
Hey, Talia, you want to go on an adventure?
If we track down these people, we might be able to fix your husband and get you guys cured. And I also tell her I'm Mrs.
Hey, do you want revenge against the people who mind controlled your whole family? Come with us.
Pretty much.
And
Pretty
an
much
opportunity to
that.
possibly fix your husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they have any extra shiny shit, you can take some of that.
And I also tell her you need to come with us. I have something to tell you about Alice. So I start walking off.
She follows you. Are any of you following her?
Alright, wait, let's just book her to the ship.
Let's go.
Let's go. We're gonna go get my brother.
No, just me.
Your ship is currently at a place called Red Cloaks shipwrights. They are a pair of magician brothers who specialize in repair spells, and they also specialize in not asking a whole lot of questions.
So they're like the paint shop in GTA.
They are. They are basically the hand spray.
You dock your boat in the wrong place, it ends up on blocks.
It's the pay and color spray.
I'll just try to make buddy talk with Vinny.
He doesn't seem terribly great conversationalist. He actually seems kind of quiet. What are you asking?
Nothing really all that important, just trying to
Small talk.
small talk.
It looks like you can roll me insight.
24.
It looks like he's almost, like he responds to questions you ask and gives answers, but it looks like he's almost trying to deliberately avoid being drawn into a friendly discussion. Like he's not entirely sure you are an ally, really, so he's trying not to get like attached or
They
get
had
friendly
a
with you.
giant fight just the night before.
Dude,
Point
it's
out.
a business thing. Don't worry about it. You have a parrot.
Basically, he's not entirely sure you aren't an enemy yet,
Oh.
and he doesn't want to get friendly with you.
And your parrot just keeps swearing at him.
I thought last time you agreed you were going to throw like a towel over him or buffle him in some way.
Yeah, he's currently resting somewhere away where we can't. He won't swear at them.
Or
Tally's
we'll get
like,
stabbed again.
so we'll be able to save my husband, and your parents like, hey, he's a dick anyway, you're better off without him. Anyway, so you guys are going to head down to the shipwrights then and get your boat back?
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
Alright, you find your way down to the dockside at Red Cloaks shipwrights.
I put my eye patch back on and my bandana.
Who has the captain's hat?
I
It was one of you guys.
Azazel has
I
it,
believe Azazel's.
but I'm keeping a close eye on him.
Okay.
As you get down there, you can see you see your ship, the Moldy Dragon. It has been fixed up quite nicely. It is now quite shiny and
The
clean,
shiny dragon.
and noticeusly less.
Look at the cracks, there's still a
Spectral
wee
looking.
bit of mold.
No, they've actually pretty much scrubbed out all of that.
Wow.
You do notice, however, that the back of it says the Motley Dragoon, which is the incorrect spelling that the spell created the first time you tried to name it, or the second time you tried to name it. It looks like they just saw that, thought it was correct, and painted it on like fancy gold lettering.
Uh-oh, yeah, well. We're gonna have to get our crew back too, once we set sail. They'll climb on, right? Okay.
You're greeted by a pair of brothers at the by the dock who is singing, hello, how are you? We have finished completing reconstruction of your ship.
Yes,
It's a lovely ship. Must tell you though, I think you probably want to keep the necromancy thing a little less obvious.
Not phased at all.
Some shipwrights not so understanding. They ask questions.
Yes.
Oh no, have you been having problems with the skeleton crew?
No, they're quite nice.
They help
They
us
assisted with
prepare.
hoisting sails.
They're all just like,
The skeletons are actually on the ship. One of them pokes his head out and goes, waves at you. Tugs back. He goes, no, stay down. Told you, stay out of sight.
Why are they Russian?
Because.
Thank you.
I turn around to Vinny and Tally and go, it's okay, guys. It's cool. It's
No, they
cool.
know these guys.
Yo, Vinny, let's get in here.
No, I mean the fact that we have skeletons.
Tally and Vinny, it's been so long.
Yeah.
Tally shakes his head and says, Ivan, always a pleasure.
Small world.
Come, I show you around. I
The
think
game
you
of
want to.
accents.
They're the Arnioff brothers.
They're just Russian brothers.
We paid extra for the accents on the boat.
The accents are free. Anyway, they show you on board. Looks like they've sort of polished up everything, replaced all the sort of spongy, rotted boards.
Some of the skeletons are polished too.
Actually, all the skeletons look suspiciously clean.
Wow, like you even pick stuff out of their teeth.
One of them just had a tooth replaced with a gold tooth. The dentistry is actually quite good. Dimitri is apprentice dentist.
Oh, you don't mind, but we use some of them for practice.
And you go over to him and whisper, check for illusions.
It's all illusions now.
It's a pewter tooth.
Yeah, 19 plus 19, I believe that's 38.
The whole boat looks exactly the same when you pierce the illusion. The skeleton's tooth, however, is silver, not gold. They're very honest shipwrights, completely shady dentists.
I checked the bill for gold tooth. Crossed it out silver.
It's not on there.
Alright.
They were just practicing. The bill has actually been taken care of. They don't ask you about it. Apparently, they used your pirate
the
hunting
bounty.
money for it. Yeah, but you have a shiny new ship.
Alrighty.
We have a boat to catch, guys.
And
Let's go.
Dimitri does hand you this sort of tome from the captain's quarters that basically has all the spells for controlling the boat and whatnot.
Yep.
Hands that to you. Looks like the cover's been sort of polished up and restitched.
Yeah.
It's been put in a very nice box.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, all the flesh for the binding is really nice.
It's really been, it's like it's been like reworked and polished. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Where did you find such a hefty supply of human flesh?
Yeah, don't ask those questions.
We do not ask questions, you do not ask questions.
Was that the torture book?
No, the book for the ship is not
Oh.
human flesh. It's just a leather book.
Find a spell in there that'll either increase winds or just in general make the boat faster. We gotta catch up.
Throw rockets in
There is
the
a
back
spell listed that mentions speed.
Alright.
Yes.
It doesn't specify
Yes.
what it does though.
Just cast it.
Yeah.
What's
Recklessly cast that spell.
I reckon.
Let's go on the boat first.
Let's get out of the.
Well, you are on the boat.
Yeah, we're all on the boat.
Let's get out
I
of the
recklessly
harbor.
cast it while we're still in dock.
Oh. Luckily, it's a ritual. It will take you some time, and like one of us smack you upside the head before you complete. No.
Sarcastic, doesn't matter. You basically, the brothers hop off the ship and sort of wave you goodbye as you skeletons sort of quickly hoist up the sails while sort of ducking down, trying to stay out of sight.
Good thing those guys.
Your ship starts moving out of harbor, starts heading out into the open water. Although you actually do have, like Louis got you clearance from the dockmaster to go out, that whirlpool seems to be coming towards you though,
Yeah.
which it shouldn't be doing.
Uh-oh. That's not cool.
Evasive action.
Alrighty.
Wait. Can you make the boat float? Like float in air?
It is a tempest.
Why?
It is 3-dimensional, I would presume.
The whirlpool thing? Yeah, there's this little storm cloud thing over it.
It's an illusion.
Really fast.
Go right through it.
Any of you can roll perception.
28.
24.
18.
Ooh.
14.
No, actually 25.
Alright, you two. Notice something a bit odd about that sort of little whirlpool, which is that there are things coming out of it, specifically tentacles. There are two
Oh,
of them that are
no.
sort of coming out way
Not again.
towards you.
Not again.
Does like sort of octopus tentacles or kraken-like tentacles.
We look along the shore to see if there's any people controlling it. Right on the shoreline, I guess.
I don't see anyone along the shore doing that. Off a ways in the distance, you can see the stonecutter is sailing away.
Dang it!
There's some guy on that boat.
I see if my arcana can out-arcana his arcana.
Alright.
Okay, take 10. 29.
Can I assist?
I stand here and await the inevitable fight. Being a fighter with no magical power.
Oh my!
Oh, Jesus Christ!
That boat has several wizards on it.
Yes.
That's a lot of dice.
Yes, it is. 29 before a modifier.
Well.
Yeah, it's a boat with has like 10 wizards on it.
Alright.
They're sort of working together to do
I
that.
hope you don't get any kind of feedback from that.
No.
No, my nose just starts bleeding a little bit. I don't remember snorting coke.
You never remember snorting coke.
Wait,
That's
hold
the
on.
point.
How far away is this boat?
That boat quite far away.
So it can't catapult?
No.
No.
It's basically
No.
just like you can just sort of see a dot. It's a dot with a little flag on it.
Do I at least slow the thing down at least?
I'll say sure.
Yeah.
It's sort of slowed down. You might be able to weave around it more easily.
So they're
Yeah, okay.
controlling it.
Seems like it.
Okay, let's try
Yeah.
to go around.
I try to focus, all my energy and keeping the...
Ranker, you visited the temple earlier.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you probably talked to the priest a bit. You know a bit about this thing? It's not supposed to have tentacles in it.
No, it's just
It's supposed to just be a
weather
whirlpool and a little storm that basically
Oh,
blows things away or
thing.
sinks
He's not
boats.
supposed to have a tentacle.
It looks like they've done more than just take it over.
They've given it one hell of an upgrade.
They've summoned a bigger fish.
Get out.
No!
No, you
She
stay here.
stays. You go out.
Yeah, you can get lost. You
Oh.
go take your 2-hour transit ride.
Oh, wait. I got it. I will.
Dispel magic. Do you have dispel magic?
Hold on. I'll use Thorn Volley.
Oh yeah, I have...
And it will slow save end if I hit. We'll slow it down.
Is it an enemy?
Oh, it's
Well-
an enemy.
Oh, okay.
It's one hell of an enemy.
Yes.
Strength versus reflex.
It's technically several enemies.
Let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 30. 30 versus reflex.
You hit it.
Alright.
You hit one of the tentacles. That tentacle sort of seems to be bogging and sort of slowing and wiggling in the water. The rest of it, however, doesn't seem to be slowing down.
It is a
Just
tentacle.
that tentacle appears to have been left behind. Apparently there's more than one thing in there.
Well,
Yeah, I do
that.
have Dispel Magic, but that's only range 10.
Ew. Oh, we'll get ready if we're that close.
Yeah.
We don't know if dispelling it will make it go away.
The Kraken, no. The Whirlpool,
Oh,
probably.
that tentacle takes 15 damage. Okay.
Are there any useful spells in the book that'll help us?
Get a tailwind. Will
There's a
this
speed
go
one.
faster?
There-
spell.
Any protection from Kraken spells?
There,
The ship has
What-
some
what
innate
did you wanna
protection
do?
from Kraken spells.
there was something I wanted to do while we were still in town.
What was that?
I wanted to buy some throwing hammers.
Yeah, sure, I can say you did that pretty much any old time. So you guys are going to try and evade this thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, be probably...
Oh wait, we left Xander in town, didn't we? Oops. Oops.
Tally left him somewhere.
Yeah.
You're
some
not
sort
sure
of
where.
closet.
That might have just been an expression I stuck him in a closet. You're not sure what she actually did with him. Yeah. Depending on... I will accept athletics, acrobatics, nature, history, or perception for working on steering the boat. Any of those work to contribute to that.
And I'll focus on Arcana to stop the whirlpool.
Yeah, well, you sort of slowed it down. You're not sure there's a whole lot more you can do with it.
Okay, so then history.
Sure.
So I got a 24 for history.
I'll just use the high skill in athletics.
Sure. Pull it on the sail.
Aren't you gonna help?
I can try to
Roll
pull a
athletics.
rudder or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Athletics check.
2. Wait.
30.
I don't have anything that can dislike rolls like that. So it'll be 15.
The two of you are sort of hauling on the rudder to pull. You're sort of standing at the top, like shouting out orders and very just like directing people around. Oregon, what are you up to?
I don't know how to work a ship at all.
Yeah,
Just kind
there isn't really a skill for operate ship.
Nope. I don't have any rituals that would actually.
You can go perception to spot sort of problem spots in the water, rough patches of water, eddies.
I will
things like
shoot at things that I'll look at the water and shoot at whatever's coming out of it. 22 perception.
22 perception, sure. Yeah, you do spot a couple of little things. They look like almost like crabs, except they have wings. They sort of seem to be buzzing towards you in a swarm, sort of as like a little ahead advanced attack
Guys,
force.
we've
from
got
the
flying crabs.
What?
No way.
Flying crabs.
Do I know what? Like, can I do like a nature check on
Nope.
whatever those things are?
Sure.
Are they like a naturally occurring swarm monster, or are they not usually in that configuration? 17?
17? You've never heard of these things before.
Yeah, flying crabs,
You're not sure.
guys.
Your knowledge of crab species is not particularly extensive. You've never heard of them, but you're not sure if they
Whether
don't
they-
exist or if you've just never
Never
heard of them.
Hold on. We'll launch a net at them. A weighted net.
I think you still have that net from Novola's mausoleum.
Yeah,
You
sure,
wanna
why
use it,
not?
Go right ahead.
Load it into the old catapult and fire it at them? Sure. Roll me something to operate catapults.
Dexterity.
No.
I'll spot for them with perception and
Range 5.
We'll just.
crit fail. Someone else spot for it.
What does it actually modify to?
Okay, 14.
14. You can roll, I'm going to say endurance, just winching the thing up. Yeah, there you go.
36.
You get it loaded up very quickly. You sort of aim it, take a setting, try to fire. Just roll me a flat d20. Net goes wide.
Oh no, we lost the net.
It clips like one or two of them, but the vast majority of the sort of little swarm just sort of buzzes around them.
Crap, we should have tied the net to a rope or something.
Guys, we're about to get crabs.
See, you already got an abortion. Now you're getting crabs.
Yeah, it looks like you picked the
I think you
crab.
have. I think you have a poor lifestyle.
Sure, I didn't get E. coli from the sewers. Didn't I get filth fever?
You got.
No, and soul rot.
I think you've gotten filth fever twice.
You
and
sort of
soul
develop
rot.
an immunity
Yep.
towards it.
You do seem to catch every disease.
I am the survivor of plagues.
I want the end of this campaign you become the avatar of pestilence.
You're like Mr. Burns. You've got so many like
Diseases, they're all
just trying to
competing with each other. Anyway, that's
So what you're saying is I'm indestructible.
Oh no! Even a slight breeze could indestructible. I like the way that sounds. So the big swirling kraken thing of death is coming towards you closer.
I know, that's awful.
You two, Wade and Morgan, can now see a bit better at it. The sort of long tentacle things are blood red, and they actually have an eye on the end of them with a little
Ew.
mouth under it, so they're apparently more like worm creatures than tentacles.
Oh no!
There are several other creepy little things that are sort of floating along the floor. There's like a jellyfish that's just covered in eyes on the top of it, and one big mouth on the top on a stalk. You can see that the whirlpool itself actually resembles a mouth more than a whirlpool.
This
You can
isn't
see
a
just underwater
kraken.
there's a big mouth. No, this is a something else.
It's just a
the
far
Kraken.
creature.
This is an invasion.
Quick, someone call the doctor.
This is
Doctor
take
Who.
psychic resistant potion.
Exactly.
This is
Stop
the
with
time
your Doctor
where
Who
my
reference
investment
and
finally
find
pays
us a
off.
bigger boat.
Quite possibly.
Alright, I'll take a swig of a psychic resistant potion.
How many of them do you have?
I believe you gave me a couple. I have a 6.
Maybe we should all chug one.
I think you used one way long bow horn.
Yeah, I used it, mixed it with the drink for him.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So you got 5 here. You can hand them out too if you want.
What's going on?
Potions of psychic resistance.
Oh, lovely.
It might be handy.
It might
Maybe.
be handy.
I'll keep one in case I need it.
Sure.
Um,
Would you guys like to try and continue evading this thing?
Yes.
yes.
All of mine, yes.
Can I kind of intuit that maybe this is a far realm creature?
You
search-
Just
think?
saying. Just
No.
saying.
No.
No way! Covered in eyes and mouths and tentacles?
Hey,
How
Mr.
could-
Avatar of the World
Possibly.
Tree, how about you ask your leafy friend if these are from the far realm?
Kill it, 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 kill it.
Killer fire.
Wait, were the crabs I burnt as well?
Yes.
I get a +2. So does that 5, if it's 7?
No, your 5 on the die does not successfully enrapture them.
Too bad.
Speaking of those crabs,
Oh.
they've started to, they're quite close to the deck now.
Alright. How close are they together?
They're a big swarm sort of thing.
Alright, so let's say
They are technically a swarm creature. So if you have an area effect spell, you want to throw that at them.
I'll
Yes.
throw Ice Storm at them.
Sure.
Alright. Please do not fail me. Okay.
10.
24 versus Reflex.
Yep.
Alright, they take... That's 9 plus 10 cold damage. And they are...
immobilized?
And they're immobilized. Save it.
So they immobilize and fall in the water.
Yes. Do
Some
they
of them
drown?
fall down. No, because they're crabs.
Oh.
Yes.
Dang it.
Memories of the storm! Let's do this!
Know it. Yes.
Crit fail.
Could I action point or something?
You won't regain the power.
Heroic
Can't you have
effort,
something
or-
like a dislike a roll?
Okay, it's plus 15.
If it's a nat 1, it just misses.
I botched.
Don't you have something you can dislike rolls?
No, he's not a dwarf.
I think that's only for damage.
Yeah, you have luck under damage ones.
Yeah, but nothing directly for hits.
You're a human, right? Don't you have a... Isn't
That,
Or okay, for the
the
last
thing is,
before.
if you roll a nat 1,
Oh.
you just miss.
Ah.
I don't think you have any reroll powers.
Yeah, oh well.
You need to become an elf at some point.
A what?
You need to become an elf at some point.
Why? How?
Because elves' racial power is reroll an attack.
Oh,
It's their encounter power.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
well, I botched that gloriously.
Big arc of lightning comes thundering down.
It's the mast.
It's the mast that explodes, your ship's dead in the water.
Ah!
No.
I'm sorry! It wasn't supposed to be that way!
Actually, what happens is the lightning bolt comes down by that storm cloud over the little whirlpool. It just goes and arcs into that. And then
Lightning's not supposed to do that!
then the whole thing starts flashing and glowing. It sort of shifts around and opens, and there's a big eye.
Sorry, guys!
And then the eye splits in half with a big smile and opens with teeth.
Oh.
Did you take one of those potions of psychic resistance Ragnar gave you?
Yes.
You don't take any damage. You take 5 psychic damage from seeing this smiling eyeball.
Now that you know how terrifying it is, chug the drink.
Pound
Drink it
off.
like it was your mother's milk.
Now, when you say potion of psychic resistance, what he means is hard liquor.
It's just whiskey with a sticker over the label.
No, it's whiskey with a minor enchantment on it. Yes, you will want your 5 psychic resistance, because this creature also has your favorite ability, blasphemous geometries. It gives you
No!
psychic damage from looking at it.
It's got too many corners!
Oh no, it's that thing from that TV show, Threshold.
Ah, it's so non-Euclidean.
Stop being inside out at the same time you're not.
Ah.
So how are we doing in relations to like
Do we have catapult
vectors?
ammunition?
Like so are
Did we
is
remember
it
to
gaining
get
is the
catapult
whirlpool
ammunition?
creatures gaining on us faster than we can approach
don't
the
know. You're currently
the stonecutters?
stalemated out slightly.
Hmm.
Your ship is not going as fast as the stonecutter is. It's not having to tack and weave to avoid a whirlpool.
Yeah.
You're sort of certainly curving away from it. It's sort of following you off the course of
Yeah.
now.
We need to go even
A
faster.
little swarm of bats is about there, just basically right next to your
Fine
boat.
crabs.
Fine crabs.
Yeah.
I grab Azazel by the collar. No, Olaf! You bastard, help us!
Oh wait,
you want
wait,
something,
wait, wait.
anything? Just help!
Did the Arniov brothers had any special equipment to the ship?
Well, they added a catapult and a bunch of crossbows to it.
And some neon lights for some reason.
Nitrogen fuel tank.
They also had it gold plated and lowered.
It just kind of this.
No,
this.
just-
No, but that's all ships.
Well, the lowering part is just a result of putting heavy gold on it.
Yeah, and the
Right,
bouncing,
slower.
it's just the waves. I'm sorry.
There's one of those underlights, but it's underwater, so you know it's seen.
You only see it at night.
The mask
Alright.
actually glows like various colors.
Azazel, I'm gonna roleplay Brendan's character. Azazel tells all of his skeletons to go on the crossbows and start firing them at the creature.
What makes you think they'd be good at it?
Well, they have no eyes, you
Better
see.
than not being
So
used.
they won't be all freaked out by the creature.
Well, all the sort of skeletons mount up crossbows and start firing them, more or less blindly into the massive writhing monsters.
Mm-hmm.
A few of them are hitting things.
Okay, well, that did
It's
something.
a huge, massive monster. How are they missing?
They aren't. They're just hitting various things.
Yeah.
I'll throw an AoE at the swarm.
Sure.
Lightning bolts.
Don't crit fail again, you just feed the cloud.
Two, I say. Good God. 15 versus reflex.
No. The lightning sort of arcs together, hurls into it. All of them just go. It just make a big donut shape.
And
Bolts
they
go
come
through it.
How'd they
Arcs
do
into
that?
big
They're
stone body.
immobilized.
Eh.
I'll use my
They
move
fall
action.
with style out of the
It
way.
falls through a gap in its geometry.
I will use my move action to
They're no longer
get
immobilized.
Gougy to do a ready action with the breath weapon. When they get to close blast 3 range, immobilize them.
Okay.
Sink 'em.
Sink them. Yeah.
Edge, have any ideas? These things are pretty far away. I'm having a hard time killing them.
They're actually not that far away anymore. They're getting.
Yeah, they're getting.
They're substantially closer now.
That's why I'm ready.
The swarm is sort of right off the side of your boat. The Kraken is about, let's say like.
Oh,
Are they
220
close
squares
enough
away.
for
Tell
me
the
to try
hedge
to-
he's failed in his job. He's off the team.
Can he like divine like?
The world immediately ends.
Can he send some like spikes through dimensional?
Are they close enough for me to try to dispel it?
Sure.
Alright.
The little swarm guys certainly are.
Oh. Okay, I was gonna try to dispel the whole vortex thing.
I can tell you right now, they're not a spell. They're a
Okay.
creature.
They're
The little crab things, however, are a spell.
Oh, okay.
They're little summoned creatures.
Alright, 14 plus 14 is 28 versus the will of the creator of the conjuration.
Right? Yep. Little crab mat things disappear,
Mm-hmm.
exploding into little motes of
fireworks.
exploding blood and ichor.
Yep.
Oh.
Ew.
Ichor.
Psychic resistance.
I'm so glad I'm drunk right now.
Yeah. Random, can you talk
So
to the
you
tree
attack, you
and see
attack,
if the
you
tree
attack.
can like
Wrangler.
net it or throw it out of our plane of existence? Because it's
Oh, I
it's
thought we were on our
other.
second turn.
You are.
Okay.
Wrangler's the only one who hasn't done something on the second turn.
Talk to the tree.
yeah, talk to the edge. Do you have any ideas how to kill it faster?
Kill it, hack it apart, burn
How?
every trace of it left.
I can't.
Pointy things and fire.
It does.
We're on water.
We can't use fire, we're on water.
Wet things don't burn.
I take
Lightning.
I take a small moment.
I tried that.
Explain the
Lightning better.
situation and how just I can't just run up into it because then I'll just fall into the water.
Then let it come to you.
That's a bad idea.
It's grabbing the ship, it can't run away.
Let it get closer.
Alright.
That way I can smack it.
Just get a ready reaction. Alright. None of you have done any check to keep the boat moving. The skeletons are trying to extend.
Sorry.
The thing gains on you. It is now basically right up toward the back of the boat. Its little tentacles are feeling up around the back rail.
Where's the stonecutter in relation to this?
Somewhere over by the librarian's desk over there.
Yeah, but like, is it like in front of us?
It's in front of you and it's about somewhere over by the elevator.
Alright.
Very far away.
Very far away.
A
Let's-
non-combatant.
Alright, so I guess we're just legging it for now. Retreat! Retreat! Run away!
Let's kill this thing.
No!
We don't have the means. And I failed.
One of the tentacles hooks onto the back railing of the ship.
And that is the one that I will smack.
Sure.
Oh.
Let's see. So 23.
Yeah, it hits it.
Okay.
Actually, I wonder where the stonecutter's going.
Power strike.
I'm
If they're
just
going
sitting-
back to downfall
I'm
for
just-
something. it'd
I'm
be
just
funny.
sitting here thinking, like, you of all people should know where they're going.
Wow.
Alright, 15 damage.
Having thought about that a little bit more. let's
Oh
just
wait, that's
relax a
towards
little
damage rolls, not towards attacks.
That's fine, you still did it.
Oh, alright, so 17 damage.
The tentacle writhes slightly but remains sort of latched onto it. A couple of little weird sort of extrusions sort of start to pulse out of the side of the tentacle and pop, and strange little creatures pop out.
Oh hell no! I swing at it. 31 AC.
Oh yeah.
25 damage. Power strike. For another 11.
bit. Oh, before you do this, can I conjure the dragon eye to give you a bonus on your
Too late. Next turn.
attack?
We'll worry
Next
about it.
round.
Alright.
Rolled out.
Fountain of Flame, where the tentacle is grabbed.
Wait, hold on.
Sure.
These tentacles are close enough. Do you have like chain lightning or something?
No. I have lightning bolt, but that just like shoots 3 things.
You could shoot the tentacle and fire some of that massive horrible crap that's following.
Well, could I be able to hit all of them at once with my Fountain of Flame? It's area 1.
You could hit the largest mass of them, but the thing is you're both sort of moving, so you would end up leaving it behind. What you could do is center it toward the back of the boat and then sail on so that they follow and hopefully follow through the thing.
Okay.
Because it's currently grabbing onto it and being dragged along. Your boat is being slowed down substantially.
So, like, I couldn't just leave it on the boat where I couldn't leave the Fountain of Flame on the boat where the thing is grabbing it.
If you leave it on the boat, it'll stay on the boat.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Alright, so I'm just attacking the tentacle.
Sure.
Alright, 13 plus 14, 27 versus reflex.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tentacle has very low reflex and other defenses while it's grabbing something.
Right, 5 plus 4, 9, 19 fire damage.
Okay.
And it takes 5 fire damage every turn it stays there.
Okay.
Yes, make it burn. Burn them all.
Well, that one tentacle that I slowed, did it make its save roll?
Nope. It's still sort of trailing behind it.
It's now dazed. Save ends.
Okay.
Leave nothing but ashes.
You did manage to cleave one of those weird creature things in half. They sort of look like insects almost. They're sort of hunched over. They have like legs and arms with little claws on them, like little crab claws, but they have like insect heads.
So they're minions?
They're not actually minions, but they're not super powerful.
Okay.
Waldo, do you still have a bunch of spells that target multiple targets?
I have a few.
Good.
Use all
I come
of
over
them.
and touch your wand, I guess.
That big old sort of primary writhing mass of things,
Yeah.
with the big eye and the storm cloud above. The eye sort of starts to glow, and lightning starts crackling around it, and it fires a bolt of lightning at your boat.
Oh.
Oh no!
Use visions of avarice somewhere out there.
I didn't pick that one, I picked Fireball.
Fireball is a good spell. You get missed, you get crits.
I get crit?
Yes, you do. 28 versus reflex on you, Waldo.
That hits.
And a miss on Wit.
Oh,
Yes.
I left my wolf at the end.
28?
Yes.
Damn. Just one above my shield.
All of the D12s.
Oh no.
You take 25 damage. You
Shield.
take 34 damage.
Shield block. Damage dealt target is reduced by 1d10 plus my constitution modifier.
I might mildly suggest you use that on yourself because you're taking 34.
I got something else Iron Defiance. It's gonna divide by half.
You can only use one immediate action per round.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, alright, then I'll Iron Defiance myself then.
He has a thing that makes him take half damage.
Oh yeah, Flickering Form, I'm using that.
Iron Defiance. Also known as Auto Parry.
So 25 damage?
Yeah, I believe I said that. Yeah.
So 30 what?
34.
34, so 15 to 17.
Good old bolt of lightning. Hey, wait, when that bolt of lightning gets to you, and it sort of misses you, it actually clips the tip of your weapon, and it starts arcing through the thing.
What do I do?
Point and shoot.
Hit something with it.
I swing at one of the nearby monsters.
Sure.
Try your daily power again.
20,
It's a daily.
23
You use
AC.
it once a day.
23? Yep.
Yeah, but I don't know.
That
Lightning
hits.
would have recharged it.
20 damage.
Sure. Hey, repeat that attack.
32 AC.
Yep.
18 damage.
Okay. What did you roll on the die before?
For damage?
No, for your attack.
6.
6. Okay, and that's 19 or something? Was it
15. 17.
15? Okay, then that ends. Alright. When you go to swing the axe, Wit actually disappears along with the axe, leaving just a large bolt of lightning, which arcs between two different things, killing both of them, and then you reappear.
Whoa!
Did the chief do that?
Yes, he did. Your axe,
Dude!
your axe got a new power.
Sweet! Let's do that again!
She's like, actually, I'm kind of dizzy at the moment. You can give me a minute here. Alright, so you've done something,
I have not.
Morgan?
My hair's all up on end.
Rangram, ask the tree if the creatures take psychic damage.
The tree will tell you they are likely resistant to psychic damage.
It's a
They know no fear.
I will, however, put the corrosive sigil on Waldo's magic wand, so that every creature you hit now until the end of the encounter will take ongoing 7 acid damage.
You have a bad case of wand rot.
I swear, my wand never does this.
Oh, I feel this weirdest burning sensation when I use it.
Okay, I will attempt to hit the tentacles in the first 2 area on our ship.
Sure.
You better not go
I
swinging
remember
that
Gavin
around.
was attacking this dude.
Oh yeah, I had a blast plus 14 to versus fortitude.
He's 20. No.
Okay, so
Yeah, he's stubbornly resistant to the strands of web.
That's a much better roll. 28. Yeah, 28 versus reflex.
Yep.
1d10. Plus, 16 damage to
The tentacle thing? Or the big mass of him?
the big mass of them and slides them 2 squares. So it just kind of lifts them off.
How much damage, sorry?
16.
Yeah.
And I have plus 2 to AC.
Really?
Oh! I will use an item daily on that from my weapon.
Alright.
If I roll a 3 or more on the d6, I do not.
Alright. Horrible massive monsters.
Horrible monster.
There's one little guy still left on the deck that Wit hasn't cleaved in half. He will hit Wit for 12 points of damage. Then another one of those big tentacles rides up and wraps around the back of the boat. The boat has now stopped moving.
Oh noes!
It also takes some damage from going to the zone of fire.
Yeah, everything in the zone of fire
The
takes
other one
5.
takes damage from remaining in the zone of fire.
Mm-hmm.
And it is going to try and grab Waldo.
Uh-oh.
That is 25 versus AC.
Shield goes up.
Right? Goes to grab you and it goes, sort of it wraps around you, this bubble that forms around you, and it starts trying to constrict, but then you sort of duck down and drop it so it doesn't catch you.
Hit him with your nasty ass wand.
You rock.
Yeah, do I take an opportunity attack?
No,
Damn.
because it just tried to grab you, which is a melee attack.
Damn.
Fire.
Disgusting creature.
Hey, you guys. The first tentacle that grabbed you actually falls away, burning up. It has died from being sitting in the fire for so long.
Yeah.
The other one's still there, though.
Yeah.
You guys are up again.
I just like to
I
point
swing
out.
at the tentacle.
Okay.
I just like to point out
Wait.
that
Before anyone does anything, I'm gonna try to lightning everything I can. Alright, how many things can I reach with my lightning? Yeah. This is against the guy who's grabbing onto the thing.
Okay.
Yellow's against the guy that's still remaining, the minion creature.
And
And
last one's against the big mass of things.
yeah.
Sure.
Alright. So plus 14 on all of them. So on the big mass of things, it's 14 plus 7 is 21.
Yep.
And 21 versus the not minion.
No.
Okay, that misses, but it still takes half damage. And 10 plus 24 versus reflex on the.
Yep. It's grabbing the boat. It has grab your reflex when it does.
Yeah. So against the guy on the boat, that's 16 lightning damage. Against the guy who's not a minion, 17 divided by 2, 8 lightning damage.
Okay.
And the mass of whatever, 19 lightning damage. Alright, now you can do your stuff.
Go for it.
Alright, so the tentacle's still there?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna run over and punch it.
With your tree arm.
Oh, and they all
Splinter
take
fist.
the corrosive thing, right?
Plus 7 ongoing.
Yeah.
Splinter fist.
Oh, you are punching it with roll tree, aren't you?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Probably should get this out. Let's see, that would be 16 plus 9, which is
25.
25.
You hit that tentacle good.
It's squarely in the eye.
I'll let you use that.
Oh, really?
I'll say, you can say undead or aberrant.
Ah, alright then.
The world tree is modifying it.
So,
Oh, he is helping. We did ask for help.
It's blazing smite.
Ooh.
but I did get a 10 in there.
Yeah?
18 plus whatever your damage.
It's actually right in the
6,
middle.
7, 18 plus 12 plus 2.
32.
32 damage.
You smash that tentacle good and it lets go of your boat and starts
Aw.
drifting away into the water.
Funny I get the chance, I'm gonna use cling growth on the edge.
Alright. You did a thing, you did a thing. Did you do a thing?
I blessed his wand. I don't know if that was his
I
wand.
didn't
was
get a
last
chance to do a thing.
Okay.
Oh.
I rolled. Oh, okay.
Is there still anything on the boat?
Yes, there's that one sort of grabby guy, or run around guy.
Swing, 23 AC,
Oh yeah,
21 damage.
you kill him.
Ooh.
Let's get out of
Split
here.
in half.
Book it, go,
There's
go,
just a big
go!
mass of
go,
things
go.
continuing to follow you.
I rolled 23 perception.
Around this point, you okay? Good. You got 23 perception. You notice that for the last couple of seconds, Azazel has been muttering under his breath.
Oh god!
Goodness!
No, let him do it, let him do it, let
I
him
didn't do it, I swear!
Let him do it.
Okay, I just
I
gotta
believe you
go.
said, "Why aren't you helping?"
I regret what I said to Noah. I'm sorry, this is going to bite us in the ass somehow.
Actually, it's not going to bite you in the ass. At around this point, the large, horrible mass and gnawing teeth thing suddenly abruptly screams in pain and starts sort of writhing like something's pulling on it. Anyone can roll perception.
Oh, please let this be what I'm thinking it is.
Oh goodness.
21.
22.
2.
16.
You three can see under the water there looks to be what looks like a very large snake-like creature made out of bone. Appears to have risen out of the seafloor and has latched itself onto this thing and is biting it.
Free Willy!
Hey, you remember way back in Noveloth's mausoleum, that weird creature moving around in the snow? This thing.
We have a pet!
Its name is Spike Maw.
Spike Maw.
Yes.
Oh no, I forgot to just give Patches some of that psychic potion.
He's like,
Tentacles, tentacles everywhere.
Don't worry, I put another eye patch on it.
No, no, the bird's actually just looking at this thing and goes, "Fucking shit, man, what did you bring me back into?" Should that be doing that? I feel like that shouldn't be doing that.
These weren't in the place I was. I should have just stayed there.
so we book it, I guess.
Looks like the whatever Nola pulled up
Yeah.
is currently tussling with that thing. Is at least keeping it occupied.
Everyone man the sails, rudders, whatever, we're going. Now!
We should at least kill it.
No,
Can't.
no, leave that for the people of.
For the people, for the defenseless people of Silverborn.
There's also
They
that-
can handle that.
And there's also that thing in the cloud.
You totally saw
part
it
of it.
enough. Yeah, that's part of the same thing. That's just one of its eyes. It exists independently of its.
Are the town people like psychically scarred or?
Probably.
Did we, yeah.
If we stay, we'll be overrun. We have to get to the stone cutter.
Yeah, at least the town people saw that we got attacked. It's like we didn't do that.
There are mages there, there's assassins, there's
Yeah,
Red Cloaks, and
yeah, but
there's
Red-
people there that might be able to not die.
This is true.
We should kill it.
Your head
We
really wants to
can't.
kill it. You seem to be hurting it.
I vote for running.
Look, we've got help now.
No, we run.
As a player, I want to get experience. As a character, though, my brother's on that stupid ship.
As a general point out, I will say I don't track XP. I consider this fight completed regardless of how you handle it. Escaping it counts as succeeding.
I think we book it. With that in mind.
Yeah, never concern yourself with XP farming. He wants to kill it because the hedge wants to kill it.
Well, that's a good point. You want to see it taken care of.
Okay,
We'll put you on a
as a
raft.
last desperate thing of effort, I'm going to take a throwing hammer, and I'm going to take Waldo, put it in there, twist around a bit, pull out, and then throw.
You're gonna tow the monster with
Roll it.
World Vine. You're gonna tow it behind our boat with World Vine. As okay.
Yeah, that's a good roll.
Yes, it is.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You check the throwing hammer, it does appear to have some sort of growth attached to it. Some sort of very brambly, pointy, thorny growth.
As it comes out of your chest, you're like, ah!
Are you okay?
You're just like, oh god. Actually, yeah, take 5 damage. He just ripped a thorn bramble out of you.
What the?
Oh,
Give me
why
some
did you do
Tums there.
that? You bastard.
That's the last time I let you
You throw this thing into the big mass of stuff. You actually hit the big floating eye at the top. It's like it looks like it's about to hit the eye, and then it goes "Meow," and tries to eat it.
Oh, bad move, buddy.
Then you see it suddenly go. The little pupil in the middle splits in two, and then goes like to either side of the eyeball, like it's confused. And then you see a little vine start sprouting out of its mouth and start growing around the eyeball.
Yes.
With little thorns digging into it. It starts screeching.
And the green chain shall bind you from now until the end of time.
And suddenly I'm suddenly pulling a large.
No, it's not trailing off of you.
We do cut it off. We kind of end it, I guess.
No, it's not like
Oh.
he took his hammer and pulled it out and it had like stuff wrapped around it.
It's
Oh,
not
okay.
Yeah.
long
It didn't remain attached to you like a lasso. It's just gonna drag you off the boat after it.
No, I tie myself around the.
You just trawl the thing out behind you in the water.
There, now we can run away and still fight it. Win-win.
The little vines and stuff actually start to grow down over the thing. It looks like it's sort of managing to avoid being too badly hurt by them. Then vines go underwater and they start lacing through Novolot's little conjured snake thing. And its eyes start glowing green.
Yeah.
And then it starts much more savagely trying to gnaw the thing.
Noloth, we just improved on that.
Yes, you did.
Start taking notes, buddy.
Probably is mentally taking notes.
Oh, by the way, I don't know you jack shit.
Is it dead yet?
It's not dead, but you're pretty sure
Yeah,
the big snake thing in the hedge can handle that at this point.
Yeah.
Looks like it's certainly at least not going anywhere.
And the townspeople are coming out with fire.
Oh yeah. A couple of flaming corals are coming off from the shore.
We should leave before our boat catches on fire.
Yeah. Let's leave before they think it's our doing.
They already blame you. No, they don't blame you. I think that will be a good place to do this.
guys, I think maybe they're going back to Dumbledore.
By the way, the last time you stuck your arm into Waldo there, the growth spread. It has now completely covered your legs and everything except your face. You now are treated as having +3 full plate armor, even if you're not.
Hey, does that mean you get to take off your full plate armor, like your regular one, and you don't get the -1 thing anymore?
-2 checks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I
Could
would
very
write
well
that
do
down.
that.
I would write that down.
Congratulations, buddy. You've become a tree.
You would lose the
I'd like to be
spell,
a
the
tree.
like daily power. of
I
it.
hope this isn't.
Yeah.
But if you find a
that
mage,
name.
actually she can probably do that at this point. She's seen it done enough times.
Because in that case, actually,
If you want,
start
she can
making
transfer the armor
separate
to the hedge
face
thing.
on it.
Yeah. Alright, see you guys.
Adios.